Hey there. I've just managed to finally catch up with the amazing set that Elton John did at Glastonbury a few weeks ago. And really, I wanted to just take a few moments to celebrate. What a great. Well, first of all, that gig was, what a great way to send off in the UK. His final appearance in the UK that was, and obviously he's finished. I think the last gig was in Sweden recently for his big farewell tour. And what a way to go out! I mean, the Glastonbury set was just amazing. That jam that they did at the end to Rocket Man was just absolutely brilliant. I mean, as a musician myself, it's just fantastic to see them there, all of them sort of bouncing off each other, which is so good. And other highlights of the set, I mean, your song was just you could hardly hear a pin drop in. You could hear a pin drop in the place. And then the tribute to George Michael, don't let the sun go down on me. So absolutely brilliant. And really, I think with Elton John, for me, what's kind of like just tinged with sadness. Obviously, it's sad to see him go full stop, but he's sort of one of the last links to the heyday of music, what I would say, being the 60s era of music. Obviously, I know his solo stuff sort of didn't really get, his solo stuff with Bernie Taupin, writing partnership, didn't really get going to the very end of the 60s, but he was in that era of, I think he had a band before that as well, a sort of bluesy band as well. But just you've only really got perhaps say Paul McCartney and maybe Bob Dylan as well that are still going from that kind of era. And to see, I think you would probably think that McCartney and Dylan are also not too far from hanging up their microphones, guitars, pianos as well. So yeah, it's just but thank you, Elton, for the music. And I think for me, memories wise of Elton's music, The Lion King has been a big part of my life. Some beautiful songs in that. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? He's one of my all-time favourites. It's one of my brothers as well, one of his favourites. And I saw the musical of The Lion King finally for the first time in London a few months ago, and that was just an absolute spectacle. And Elton's music really just superb. Augmented the story of that so well. And obviously the film as well, it's a classic film as well, the Disney film. So yeah, and then Elton as well. One thing that another thing I'd like to highlight, as I'm sure many of you are aware, his work for it's to do with AIDS charities, the Elton John AIDS Foundation. That he's obviously played a big role in generating funds to research and to try and help people with this horrible disease. So this is it should be definitely go down as with his in history as one of the as a great thing to do, really, to lend his name to that foundation and that cause. So well done again. And then just one other thing I'd like to mention really is that I've really noticed in the last probably 5 or 10 years of Elton's career is how he's helped to bring on the careers of other artists, and whether that's sort of heralding them or doing duets with them or different things, up and coming, or newer artists to try and help them on their way. I know he's been very supportive of Ed Sheeran's career, and there's a young lad from Sunderland called Tom A. Smith who opened for Elton a while ago, and I became aware of Tom A. Smith's work through my love of Elton John when he sort of vouched for him and said, watch out, this kid is really going somewhere. So I mean, just for Elton to do that for just this young lad, he must have been only 17, 18 at the time. What a lovely thing to do, just to give this kid the thumbs up and say, you're going places, kid. What a lovely thing to do by Elton. So yeah, obviously really sad to see the end of Elton's live performing career. His music still lives on in the hearts of, well, certainly myself and the hearts of many. So love you, Elton, and your music does live on. So thank you so much, and I'm not the only one that's grateful. So yeah, Elton, fantastic, superb. look forward to listening to more of your music soon. Cheers, Ryan.